Good evening slash afternoon slash morning, wherever you are, people of the world. My name's Brady. This is Inner Strength Check podcast. Now, this is a bit of an update regarding hosting for this platform. As per the title, I just wanted to let followers who are listening on the Spotify platform know that we are actually moving away and we have successfully moved over to rss.com as our new podcast host provider. Now, look, I have put out a statement on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/innerstrengthcheck. Pretty easy to find us. You can see a brief video log there from me just detailing why. It's a decision that I've made on ethical grounds, both for myself and the team. But from there, I do apologize for those of you who are listening on Spotify. However, the good news is that if you have some flexibility to go with other apps, we are on quite a number of apps. And now that we are transitioning over to rss.com, we're actually being offered a whole range of additional platforms from which we can automatically get episodes sent to. So some of those apps are YouTube. So we have a YouTube podcast page, which automatically syndicates and updates to the RSS feed, which has now been changed. Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Good Pods, iHeartRadio, Pocket Casts, and Radio Public. I also just want to flag that for listeners who are on Spotify, that whilst this will be our last quote-unquote episode on the platform, that you won't be disserviced in terms of us deleting things. I'm going to leave all of our existing Spotify content up to this stage on the podcast. For those of you on other apps, look, I'm just also putting out this announcement on your behalf. I've changed over the RSS hosting, so I'm not sure if the rss.com or Spotify is going to, as part of importing or exporting from here to there, double up profiles. So apologies if you suddenly notice that there aren't any episodes. I'm going to be checking all those different hosts as I go to make sure that, there hasn't been duplicated profiles. There's not two Inner Strength Check podcasts out there. Hopefully it all continues smoothly. But that's a bit of an update there. So in terms of the episodes as well, so with new episodes, I'll be putting out some new episodes. I did not put episode 50, which is our interview with Dan Catania of Headbangers Australia, on the podcast yet. I'll be doing that over the weekend. And my latest interview, which was yesterday evening, those will be hosted on YouTube, just because it might take a few days for all the episodes to come over. That said, I'm actually going to just try and put those episodes up on the new host. It may just well be that the order's out a little bit. It might be a little bit wonky. So you can actually check out our podcast page if you wanted to. I mean, I'm running under the assumption that we don't have legions of fans clamoring and where did they go, that kind of thing. If you wanted to keep up to speed, you actually can by going to rss.com/inner-strength-check-podcast. There we go. Links will be in the show notes for this one, guys. That's pretty funny. The other thing I want to announce, the advantage of us swapping hosts, is that it's actually increasing our reach. So we will be automatically redirected with any new episodes, and I'm hoping the 49 episodes up to now over the last 4 years also make it. But as far as I'm aware, that the podcast is going to also be syndicated to the following: Cast-O-Matic, Castro, Fountain, Overcast, Podcast Addict, Podcast Guru, Podverse, and Podfans. And stay tuned for even more, as I'm going to manually set up a few others. So I'm looking into at the moment setting up our podcast for Deezer, Deezer, Pandora, and TuneIn. So once again, I just wanted to say, whilst I do apologize for the inconvenience for Spotify followers, we do have plenty of other platforms, and it was an important decision for me on the grounds of not just some recent business decisions by the Spotify executive, but actually quite a number of pretty heinous issues that had been exposed recently and in the last couple of years with regards to Spotify, their artists, the algorithm. And I'm not going to bore you with all those details. If this so happens to be where we part ways in terms of the listener podcaster relationship, I'll be sad to see you go. Please do note that we will have innerstrengthcheckpodcast.com is not going anywhere. Neither are any of our other alternative links, which are available both in the show notes, on our socials. We're across plenty of places. So I do hope to see you guys again. If anybody has any issues with their podcast hosting and they wanted to let me know, or if you note I somehow don't catch that there's a couple of podcast hosts, that sort of thing, feel free to send us an email, innerstrengthcheckmedia@gmail.com. So that's just our name, innerstrengthcheckmedia, all lowercase, all one word, @gmail.com. Otherwise, you can reach out to us via socials, etc. All right, so that's the update on where the podcast is at. And after this, you'll be getting some more actual content. So look forward to a couple of interesting interviews. And as mentioned in the recent YouTube video, I've got some longer form content of my own that's non-interview facing that you'll be seeing soon. Thanks, guys.